Okay, I'm going to show you how to replace the oil in here if you pulled the shaft out. This is some pure silicone fluid oil. It's non-toxic. It's just a pure silicone-based oil. They have food grade, non-food grade. This is the 350 Stokes. Anyway, so the easiest thing to do is the gauge is in here. I have the shaft, has the O-ring. You want to put a little bit of oil on the O-rings. You want to go ahead and put the shaft back in there, and you'll feel it push into the cylinder, into the metal cylinder inside. Once it's in, you're going to see the hole where the roll pin goes. You want to push that past the, as you can see, I want to push the hole past there, and you'll just push it past there. And right now I don't have any oil in there, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put some oil in here, fill this up, and I'm actually going to overfill it with oil. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly draw this back, and you're going to see this hole come back into place, and you'll see it actually drawing the oil in out of that cavity. But I'm actually going to draw it past that hole, but I'm going to also work this back and forth. And the reason for working this back and forth is to push all the air out of the system. So I'm actually going to go like this, and you'll see the oil bubbling up and down in here. So once I've did that a few times, I'm going to pull this past this hole, and you'll still see there's a little bit of oil left in here. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my bleeder screw back in. And then I'm going to tighten it up. And then I'm going to try and push this back together. So I can just barely get this back together. Something like this. And go ahead and get the roll pin started. And if you can't get it started because it's a little bit too much, you can loosen the screw back up. And let it push a little bit of oil out of there. Tighten this back up now. But the secret is you have to be able to put some pressure on this before you put the pin in there. You have to put some pressure on this. That assumes that you have enough oil. So now once you've done that, you're going to see this one, actually the unit. Actually I did pretty well. The unit's ready to go. If you would get to, if once you push this in and you have a positive deflection on the needle here, all you have to do is just bleed a little oil off to let the needle come down just before it rests on this. But you can see there's no play here, and in the free one it's pushing against here. And that's pretty much it. And then you can just double check to make sure this is tight, and you're done.